This is not the best spot. What's good? Sorry I'm late from the time I posted. I think this is alright. It's alright. We got some light. Good morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy first day of the week. Hey, Miss Candace. What's up, Queen? I need some coffee so bad. I haven't had coffee all week. So I just wanted to come on here and just spread some energy, get some energy, before I head out to the beach and get it going again today. So you see by the title, being grateful in the valley. And you guys know the valley is when you hit low points, when you hit turbulence, when life gets challenging, when we're going through, achieving our goals, accomplishing shit, crossing off things on our to-do list, getting it done, and then roadblocks come. The key to staying in the gift, aka the present, is being grateful. Being grateful for the challenges that come because we have the mental stability to work it out. Being grateful for all the things that we currently have. Being grateful for the mindset to work towards the things that we want. That is staying present. That is staying in the moment. I get people in real life that ask me, how do you always stay so positive? How do you always... It doesn't mean that I don't cry. It doesn't mean that I don't feel frustration or any of that. But I keep myself present. I keep myself grateful for everything. Everything. I stay grateful for absolutely everything. And I do mean everything. The challenges that come, even I don't know if I mentioned it, but before I moved out of the co-living house where I used to live, the Sunday before I moved out on Tuesday, September 1st. That Sunday, during the day, I'd had a very peaceful, a very mild, peaceful interaction with one of the housemates there. What happened was I was sitting out back in the morning doing my thing. I was writing my notes. I was just in my zone. I had the sage burning on the ground, and I had my tray with my bong and stuff in it. I had my weed out there. But that was just sitting there at the time. I was writing in my zone, getting my plan together. And I felt some sprinkles. He was washing his motorcycle. So I felt some sprinkles, and I just thought immediately, oh, he's being careless. Because by this point, I wasn't speaking to him anymore. I wasn't speaking to anybody in the house. From the time all the protests and things started happening, I stopped speaking to people in the house. He was one that would come with that my ninja and all this nonsense. So anyway, he was washing his motorcycle, and I felt, okay, he's just being careless, whatever. And then I felt the whole fucking shower. And I turned around and looked, and the water hose was on the ground, and, it just went wild. So he was like, I'm sorry, Shalanda, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. I was like, it's cool. Very calm. I was extremely calm. And I said, it's cool, it's cool. So he came around to where I was with the dry towel. He's like, I have a towel here. I have a dry towel here. I'm really sorry. It was an honest mistake. And when I looked up at him and looked in his eyes, immediately I said to myself, something's not right. Something is not right. He's not here. He ended up passing away in his sleep that night. I saw the death in his eyes that day. He was a dead man walking. And the fact that at 4 something in the morning, when I heard his friend crying, I didn't know he was dead. I didn't know he had passed away. Again, I saw the death in his eyes hours before. But my initial thought was, I'm very grateful that my last interaction with him was peaceful. That was my first thought, because just the day before, in the morning, or it may have been 2 days before, but the last time I saw him before that, he spoke to me and I didn't even say anything. I'm like, you know, I don't fuck with you. Don't say good morning to me. Keep that same ninja energy. So, but I didn't even give him that energy. He just said good morning. I didn't say a word. But my first thought was, I'm very thankful that my last interaction with him was peaceful. That is when I say I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful. I am. I didn't go into, maybe because I saw the death on him, but even my initial, before I knew what happened, was just peaceful. And I was very grateful that I didn't give him any type of negative energy. I gave him a very peaceful energy. And I'm sure that probably was fucking with him, because he was just like, I feel awful. I feel awful. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? In every moment, in any moment, the best thing that we can do for ourselves is to stay grateful at all times. At all times. That is one of the things that we can control. And y'all know I'm big on controlling what we can control. And that is our level of gratitude and our genuine appreciation for being grateful for everything that we have and everything that we're working towards, being thankful and grateful for the things that we're manifesting, although it isn't here yet. Being grateful, that is how we stay present and we don't get anxiety about shit that hasn't come yet. Cross it when you get to it. And we alleviate stress over things that have already happened. It's done. Like I've said many times before, I don't know if on the Get Paid show, but on lives and probably on my YouTube channel back when I had Hotel Honda, the sun does not concern itself with how bright it did or did not shine the day before. It doesn't even concern itself with it. The sun does not concern itself in the present moment with how many clouds are out. It's still going to shine as bright as it's going to shine that day and give its all in the present. If the clouds overpower it, oh well, the sun isn't depressed by it. It's on us to know that the sun is still shining even though it's full of clouds. You know what I mean? It's daylight because the sun is shining. The sun is up, it's out, it's doing its thing. So we have to do the same thing. We have to wake up, we have to show up, we have to be grateful and shine as bright as we can shine each day in the moment. That is how you stay grateful in the valley. So when you reach the peaks, you know how hard you work to get there. You know what I mean? You know how you had to control your breathing to reach that peak, to reach that top level. You know what I mean? So it's not worth it to be anything other than grateful when you're in the valley. It's not even worth it to complain about life that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's not worth it to complain. Like in one of my last videos, I gave birth in a business or just achieving our goals to giving birth. You can't just quit in the moment and say, fuck it, I give up. I'm just playing all JK. I didn't mean it. I didn't really want to have this kid. You know what I mean? I didn't really want to start my own business. No, you cannot do that. You have to keep going. And whatever extreme analogy, like how I related to giving birth, from the pain to the beauty to the fact that I can't give up midway through pushing. I gotta keep fucking pushing. That's how extreme I make it, so that I know I can't stop until this baby is born. And then I can't stop. I can't just say, okay, you're here now. fend for yourself. No, I have to nurture you. I have to feed you. I have to make sure you're going to grow. So I still have work to do. Once the business is out there, let's say once I get wholesale accounts that I'm working towards, um, I still have to stop. Once my lashes are in Ulta, I mean, I still have to keep going. You know what I mean? Just because now my best face forward is now in Ulta, it doesn't mean I can stop. Now I have to nurture it. Now I have to make sure to put on top notch ad campaigns, print and commercial. You know, I have to make sure I'm still um, reaching, I'm still gaining new clients, I'm still reaching markets that are unaware of who I am. So even once we get out of the valley, we still have to nurture, you know what I mean? We still have to be grateful and thankful and stay in the present. Stay in the present. A lot of us, too many times, us as human beings, we're anxious by something that's not here yet. Tomorrow, next week, next month. Oh, this is gonna. It's not here yet. Don't focus on that. Focus in the moment. Stay present. Don't stress by what's already done. You cannot go back and change it. You cannot rewind. This is not a VHS. There is no rewind. It's only staying present in the moment. You do your best right now. You give it your all right now. You don't half-ass. That's how you feel good about tomorrow. Universe willing, we see it. That is how you feel good about it because you know when you go to bed tonight, I gave it my all today. I gave 100% today. You know what I mean? If you only have 75% to give because you're not feeling well or whatever, you give that 75%. You give that full 75%. If that is your capacity, that's what you give. If you have 75% energy and you're only giving 50, well, you know, don't complain. Still stay present. You chose to only give 50%. So stay present. Be grateful. Be grateful for even giving that 50%. You know what I mean? Even though you knew you had more to give, don't beat yourself up about it, but don't make that a habit. Don't make it a habit of short selling yourself. Don't make it a habit of short selling the world of what you're working towards. You know what I mean? We all have a purpose and a gift, not only for ourselves. What you have to offer, I can benefit from. If not me directly, Shalanda Elise, someone I know. You know, we're all connected and we're all meant to do something. And the key to our success, whether it's success in finding your happiness before you get your wealth, or success in um, appreciating your body how it is. If it's success in, you know, no matter what your ideal vision of success for you is, I strongly believe the way to achieve it is by being grateful in the moment, staying present, not worrying about what has happened, and not focusing on what's to come. Cross that bridge when you get to it. Prepare and plan, absolutely. Prepare and plan, but don't be anxious about things that are not here yet. Don't allow yourself to get so worked up about the possibility of something going one way or the other. Cross that bridge when it comes. Stay present, stay focused, stay grateful. Genuinely, sincerely grateful for everything. All of your interactions, analyze them, be grateful, control what you can control heavily. You know what I mean? Even your speech. Don't just be blurting out and spewing words. You know what I mean? Don't have vomit at the mouth. Think about what you're going to say. Think about if those words will elevate you as you speak them, as you feel the vibration of it coming out of your mouth, and will it elevate and inspire someone else. If not, keep it closed. If not, don't even say anything, you know? And don't allow yourself to get caught up in negative, gossipy, bullshit, low vibrating conversations. Just don't do it. If you have to ignore it, until the mofo shut up, or if you have to just cut them short and say, oh, you know what? Let me go check my mail. Oh, it's Sunday. Mail don't run on Sundays. Oh, okay. Well, I'll call you back tomorrow after I check my mail. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Just get away from it. Don't allow it. If you're good enough to let it go in one ear and out the other and completely not even hear it and focus on it, that's even better because, baby, that's the level of staying in my lane and stay vibrating high that I'm on. Somebody can be, and just once I get tired of hearing a want, 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 because that's what it sounds like. Once I get sick of that want, want, want Charlie Brown sound, then I'm just going to change the subject or walk away. But don't allow any type of low vibration around you. Period. Period. Not even if it's just a little bit, because all of that can go in and you don't know what kind of effect it will have on your thought process. And we know our thoughts become our reality. So if you're not thinking positive, if you're not thinking high all the time, in which you have to, and when we're striving for something, it should become easier to constantly think about the life you're going to be living, the life you're working towards living, being grateful for that, knowing that you're working towards this thing and it's already uh, being manifested for you. It just has to come to you. Be grateful for that. Be genuinely happy and thankful that you see this here. You know what I mean? And don't allow low vibrating conversations, bullshit, gossip, none of that shit to affect you. If it's not uplifting, cut it out. Cut it out. We don't need to hear it. And so many people don't have shit to talk about, don't have shit to say, just nonsense. You know what I mean? Just nonsense all day long. Leave them where you find them. Leave them where you find, and don't feel bad about it. We cannot be gossipy enough to stop someone from gossiping. We cannot be poor enough to help the poor. You know what I mean? Our duty in life is to get wealthy so that we can fulfill our desires of helping others, doing whatever it is that the function of our goal is for. You know what I mean? The purpose of all these little grind efforts of building streams of income is really for the grand goal of building my women's center. Period. That is the ultimate goal. That is why I have my best face forward. Now, with that in itself, me being a makeup artist, I know the importance of a great skincare routine. I understand that. So that is beneficial to many women, especially women of color who feel like um, we don't need to wear makeup, and no one needs to wear makeup, but it's a nice refresher. It's a nice polisher. But before you get the makeup, you want to have great skin. That starts with a great skincare routine, a great cleanser, a great moisturizer, a great hydrating astringent, hydration replenisher like a mist or something like that. So that is something that will be beneficial. However, the purpose of a lot of the funds from my Best Face Forward is to help create Elite Dreams, my women's transitional center for Black female entrepreneurs. That is the big goal. So I have to stay grateful for every little thing. The people that come into my life, those that teach me who to avoid, and those who are here for a season, those who are here for a specific reason, everything, everything. It's all energy and motivation towards getting my women's center. So, to be present, to stay focused on, okay, what do I need to do today? What do I have left to get rid of? When I get rid of that, where does the money need to go? You know what I mean? What is the priority, the top priority? My phone bill. What is the top priority? Your rent, your overhead. You have to cover your overhead. After that, what do you have left to reinvest back into the business, getting new inventory, getting new products, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It's a cycle. It's a continuous cycle, a continuous cycle. So the best thing that I've found that I can do is stay grateful. And how I stay grateful um, is by staying present. They're really all aligned. Because when I think about, it's the same way of how I got myself out of acknowledging that I was depressed, something that, the doctors told me in my early 20s, but it was what was going on at the time. It's not just like, oh, you're depressed. No, it's what was going on. My family had just gotten torn apart. I had small children. Life was in shambles. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm just sad and depressed. But right before I started Hotel Honda, when I acknowledged that, okay, I do deal with depression, but I also understand that it's situations that I'm in. But then I had to really dig to the root of why I get depressed. Well, I got depressed because I constantly lived, and I won't say lived, yeah, I will say lived. I constantly lived in my mind in the past, in events that happened when I was young. And so when I was talking to my ex-boyfriend, my ex-man, the guy I dated after my divorce, he said to me, and I called him in that moment, and he said to me, well, are those things happening now? Are you being molested right now? Are you in a bad relationship with your kid's dad right now? Are these things happening right now? And I said, well, no. And he said, well, why are you getting sad and depressed over it? It's not happening. And it's done and over with. What are you going to do about it? And that is when I, for myself, brought up the analogy of the sun, because that made so much sense to me. I'm like, you're right. I keep reliving shit that has happened, that's done and over with, that is not happening to me in the moment. And it hasn't happened to me since. So why am I depressed again? Okay. Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. Let's move on with our life, because that's what the sun does. The sun moves on day by day. Doesn't focus on, oh, yesterday it was so cloudy and no one saw me. Oh, and I'm sad. And oh, I just don't want to come out today. What the fuck is that? That's what humans do, because we have the power to control our mind. So what we choose to do is we choose to think about yesteryear, yestermonth, yesterday. Why? Why? Do we want sympathy? Do we want more empathy? And why do we want empathy? Why do we want so many people around us that can relate because they've experienced it? Why do we need that? Why can't we just say, you know what? That shit's over. It happened. I won't ever let it happen again. It's not happening to me now. So now let me design my life to be the life that I want to live in and be happy with and be proud of, in spite of the fact that that happened. That is being present. That is being grateful. You know what? I'm grateful that that all happened, because it made me who I am. It made me the woman that I am. It's a part of why and how I'm so well-rounded. It's an experience that I can relate to with others, with other young girls, with other women, with other single mothers, no matter what it is. I can relate to it. So why do I need to be sad about that? You know what I mean? And when it comes to anxiety, anxiety typically stems from getting overly worked up and overly stimulated by something that has not happened yet. In our mind, we replay all these what if, what if, what if, what if, what if. Well, what if? What are you going to do when that moment comes? because you can't say what you're going to do now. Because when the moment comes, you cannot have a panic attack because now it's here and now you have to deal with it. So now what? Why focus on what may happen tomorrow and what someone may say tomorrow? When tomorrow isn't here, you may not even wake up tomorrow. And I don't mean to put it like that, but the it's called it's worded like that for a reason. You know, we call gifts a present, and the present moment is a gift because none of us had to experience it. None of us had to be here in this moment. It's by the grace of the universe that we are. And we are because we still have a purpose to fulfill. That is why we are still here in this moment. So be grateful for that. Be grateful for being on the path of fulfilling your purpose in life. You swam your ass off as a little sperm to fertilize that egg and become an embryo because you had a divine purpose to fulfill. You could have been any one of the, 49 million or however many, you know what I mean, sperm that did not make it. Any one of us could have been one of the sperm that just did not make it. We swam our fucking hearts out so that we can fertilize that egg, so that we can become who we are right here in the present. So we have a duty to stay in the present. It's like when you see the kids for Christmas or birthdays or whatever, and they just run through each gift and you see, like, it's like, what are they looking for? They tear it open, look at, and then throw it. You know what I mean? So each gift, they're not even grateful or thankful. They're not even in the moment of receiving this gift. They're not even present with receiving this gift. They're not grateful at all but then you see the kids that they're very deliberate about opening, like everything they relish, every part of it. Oh my God, look at this. This is for me. Oh my God, I don't want to just rip. I don't want to just rip it open. Oh, just rip, because I was that kid. I don't want to just rip it open. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. And you watch them in awe of how this child is appreciating this gift so much. They're appreciating opening it. And they're looking at the box. Oh my God. And before they even open the gift, like when they see what it is, they're not rushing it to open it and play with it or whatever. They are embracing every single portion of that moment. And those are the ones that you're even more thankful, and you want to gift them more. You want to give them more so that they can experience that and you can experience that. Being in the present. You see how when you're grateful, it's a gift for everyone involved? When you're grateful for the present moment, everyone around you has enjoyment. And everyone around you now, even a little bit more, appreciates their gift of being in the present, from just being in your presence and how grateful you are to being here. You know what I mean? Even when I'm on the beach, like, I have interactions with people and I see them become even more grateful by my gratefulness. You know what I mean? Of being there. And it doesn't matter if I help the brother next to me make a sale. I'm cheesing like it was my sale. When he goes off to smoke and I'm, giving his prices, they're like, oh, is this yours? No, this is my neighbor. But look, he's dope. Look at it. You know what I mean? If I can help him achieve, if I can help whoever else achieve their goals, mine are coming. Because every single day, I have more and more and more to be grateful for. Every single day. So that really is all I wanted to put out there. That's the energy I wanted to put out there. Be present. Be in the moment. It's the first day of the week. You guys know how much I really love Sundays because it is the first day of the week. It's a great day to start planning your week or your month. It's a great day to really acknowledge. I mean, every day is. But that first day of the week, the very first day after the Sabbath, if you can be in a super enlightened high level of gratitude for starting day one, I think you're winning. And if you can have that same level of gratitude on day six, and then really, really, really um, adhere to, which I do work on the Sabbath day. Uh, but when you're building, you have to. But I make sure to meditate. I make sure to be grateful for that present moment and being able to work on the Sabbath day. So come Sunday, the first day of the week, I keep that momentum going of being grateful and staying in the present. I'm not worried about what I didn't sell yesterday. I'm not concerned about that. You know what I mean? I gave my all yesterday. And just so y'all know, I had a great day. I sold 9 pair of lashes. I sold one of my small rolling trays. And I almost sold a crochet top, the asymmetrical one that's red in the front and the white speckled yarn in the back. And I'm going to end on this note, especially for my melanated brothers and sisters. If you go somewhere and you're with someone or you're by yourself and you see a black owned business or an entrepreneur out selling something, I would advise you to not put any type of energy out to say what this black artist, what this black entrepreneur, or this black owned business. I really would like to deter you guys from saying their products or their service costs too much. That is not, that is a very low level vibration, and you don't want to vibrate on that. Say you can't afford their pricing, but don't say this black owned business is charging too much. That doesn't make sense. It literally does not make sense. To say, for someone to say your products cost too much, it doesn't make sense. Least of all when you're talking about another black owned business or a black female entrepreneur. Don't put that energy out there. And don't tell one of your girlfriends not to support another black owned business because their stuff costs too much. Just don't vibrate on that level. Again, a part of being grateful is vibrating on a higher level. If you're going to support, support. If not, let it be because you cannot afford it, not because their pricing is too high. Okay? So I'll end on that note. You guys have a blacknificent day. If you're not black, have a magnificent day. But you always bet on black. You can't go wrong. That's why they call it Black Friday. And when businesses are in the black, that means they're thriving. Their books are doing well. They're making money. So they know, it's like this society, they use the term black on positive things when it comes to shit that matter, right? Like your finances and the bottom line. When you're in the black, when you're in the red, that's when you're in the negative. That's when your funds aren't doing good when you're in the red. When you're in the black, that's when you're making profits, money is flowing, business is well. That's why it's called Black Friday. Because typically businesses do amazingly well financially on that day. So even if you're not black, have a blacknificent day, baby, because you winning. You winning, you winning. And if you are melanated, you was born winning. So let's just make sure we stay grateful, stay in the present, and keep winning. All right. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Have a magnificent day. Create the environment that you want to be in today. Doesn't matter what it is. Create it. You create it. And send that energy out to everyone else. If someone's walking past you having a shitty day in their mind, send out the energy and the vibration of them having a blacknificent day. All right. So I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share these videos. All the information is in the link. Follow me on my other social media channels. If you're in LA, I will see you at Venice Beach. Peace, y'all.